Hi, I am Andi the Knittress, and this is my channel on the internet where I like to talk about yarn. You can find me on the internet as Andi the Knittress, also the Knotty Knittress, places like Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook, and YouTube, in my website, TheKnottyKnittress.com. Today is 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven a day. I will be taking my kids to 7-Eleven later because they want a Slurpee. Today I have my coffee in this amazing mug. Excuse me. Says Witch's Brew, and you can see the reflection of my messy room in there. I lost the card I was setting up, and I misplaced the card for who this comes from, but I will have it written in here. I got this from my friend Amber for my birthday, and I really like it because, like, it's got these green drips and they go down inside the mug also in my coffee, and I just love it. And you guys know I love my mugs. I can't wait to get my house situated so that I can film in my regular location in front of my amazing mug wall. But for now, we're in the corner of my messy bedroom. I am a messy person. I wish I could be one of those clean, tidy, organized people, but my brain doesn't work that way. It's a little chaotic. Anyway, let's get into the good stuff. So, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I finished my dress. I love it. I finished my Stumble Raglan by Lydia Morrow, and it's simply gorgeous. I love, look at that drape. It's so beautiful. I will have a little video clip popped up in here of me kind of twirling in the dress at the Lavender Festival that I just hosted. I was able to wear it all day on the first day of the festival. It wasn't too hot. It was a nice, cool morning, and then it only got up, I think, to the low 80s that day, and we were inside our tent. So I don't know where I left off, but yeah, I got to wear it all day at the Lavender Festival. I got so many compliments on it. I simply love it. I got to take it down at the Lavender Festival. Driftwood Farms was also vending there, and I got to take it down and show Jazzy this dress. Her mother dyed most of the yarn in this dress, and Kim recently passed away. So it was a really special moment, and it made me proud to show off her mother's gorgeous artwork, because I would say 85 to 90% of this dress is Driftwood Farms. I could do the actual math, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I think it ended up being around 40 mini skeins that I used for this dress, and it makes me so happy. It's me in a dress. I love it. It's so soft, it's so flowy. This pattern was written extremely well. I did alter it a little bit. See how well the purple looks next to my face? It's stunning. I love it. I didn't do the garter on the bottom. What I did was a folded hem. I just did stockinette and then folded it over and picked up a row and knit two together all the way around. I would knit two together and then bind off one, pass a stitch over, and I think that gave it a nice flat and it bind off. I'm happier with it. It's a decision I was making when I was getting towards the end, and I'm really happy with my decision to do that. I love it. I am so glad that this dress skipped all of the other whips in my Clear Our Whips mail and got made. It took me a total of 65 days worth of knitting to finish it, because as you know, I kept stitch markers up the back, and a lot of times people will say that they don't like to use like the heavy stitch markers because it distorts the stitches, but this is the center back of my dress. You can see where I switched colors, and none of the stitches are distorted. You can just see the line where the colors were stitched or switched, and then I've woven in my ends and such. So here, let's see, show you guys kind of my row of weaving in ends, and I just try to duplicate stitch to weave them in, but in some of these rows where I carried the yarn up for a couple of rows, I just do it the best I can when weaving it in. But I'm super happy with it. Like, you don't really see too much of a seam. And then, sometimes on some rows, like I maybe ran out of the color in the middle of a row, and I just went ahead and picked up the new color and finished it. So like, let's see if I can show you. So right here, I ran out of the yarn there, and I just went ahead and what I did was, that row I went ahead and slipped all of those stitches until I got to the beginning of the round, and then because this color yarn was at the beginning of the round, so I just slipped the stitches from here to the center and on my needle, and then started knitting at the beginning of the round. So I just figured it out as I went. And I didn't really have any actual pattern for fading the colors together, but I knew I wanted to fade them together, as much as possible. And then with the sleeves, I did, so I learned a new bind off. My friend Kim showed me a bind off, and it's called the Italian bind off. And I will link the video down below that she shared with me so that you can see how it is done. And it looks similar, I think, to a tubular bind off, but you don't have to cut the yarn and use the darning needle. You do it with the needles. You like knit 2 stitches together, and then you purl the next one, and then you put them back over your needle, pass the slip stitch over, and then knit 2 stitches together, purl the next one, and you keep repeating that. And it's a nice clean bind off. I like it doesn't flare out, and it doesn't stretch too much, but it goes the width of the yarn, and I think it is a nice one for sleeves, definitely. I do love my tubular bind offs. I would still probably use those from time to time because I just like the clean look of it. But I think that for the bottom of a sweater, I might use this new bind off that I learned. And so the first time I did it, I thought it was a little snug. And so I did the second sleeve, and I was going to go up a needle size to do the bind off to see if that made a difference in how snug it felt. And what I had forgotten to do in the pattern, there was a rapid decrease before you start the twisted rib for the cuff. And I forgot to do the rapid decrease on this sleeve. So I tried it on and it fit nice, and as well as with the larger needle for binding off. I felt like it gave it a little bit more room. So I then went back and ripped out the ribbing from this sleeve and redid it, and took that rapid decrease before the ribbing out, and then bound off with the bigger needle. And so I'm happy with that. So that's another alteration I made, was I didn't do the rapid decrease at the arm. And it's because I have big arms. So, you know, I'd like to have a little extra room. And as you will see in the little video, or maybe I'll pop in a picture here again, I mean, it fits so nicely. This is the most form-fitting thing that I've ever made when it comes to the top. Obviously, it's not form-fitting at the bottom. It's super flowy. I think I had like 640 stitches at the end there, and I just love it. I love it so much. I can't express enough how happy this dress makes me. So again, that is the Stumble dress by Lydia Morrow. I highly recommend casting one on. It only took me 65 days worth of knitting, and my schedule is so busy to where some of those days were only an hour worth of knitting. So that's really not a long time at all for how massive this garment is. And you figure I'm a bigger lady, so this is a lot of yarn. 65 days, I think. That's amazing. That's totally awesome. All right, so enough about my dress. That's gonna probably be my screenshot. It's awesome. I love it. So the next thing that I have been working on is I went ahead and picked back up my Recalibrate by Shana Cohen. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And so I've made just a little bit of progress on that. Let's adjust this. So, well, let's make sure we do this properly so that I don't drop any of my stitches. I have stitch stoppers. I should just use them. I have some of these in my shop too. They come in little sets. Not like this, but they're the same colors as each other, the ones in my shop. So yeah, let's scooch this down a little so we can kind of show it a little better. So this is my Recalibrate, and this yarn is all pretty twisted yarns with a little bit of just be kind. Always be kind. Always be kind yarn. Laura. She sent me the bear yarn, and I'm so happy with how this is turning out. Look at that. It's so awesome. I cannot wait. This is gonna scream Beetlejuice. Have you guys been watching all of the little clips about the making of the second movie? I'm so excited for that. I was watching where they were like building the town front someplace in Vermont. Anyway, I love it. I love it so much. I am so happy I decided to do alternate the way that these stripes were done, because it's supposed to be 2 rows of color in each stripe. So, or I guess it's 4. 2 down and back in the green. So, you know, I have 2 garter ridges in each of those there. So this one, I did the math to have the same amount of garter ridges. I started with 4 black ridges, and then I'm doing 3, 3, 3, 3 all the way to the end. And it should end still with the black. And then, yeah, I love it. It's gonna be a very graphic look, and I'm so excited for it. So excited. We've got, I mean, I've said it a few times, but if it's your first time watching, it's all pretty twisted. The green is Acid Trip, the purple is Purple Rain. The self-striping is, there's a beetle in my juice. She doesn't really do self-striping anymore, so that makes it even more special, which also is repeated on the side. And the black is her Don't Fear the Reaper. It's like the blackest solid yarn. I know she calls them tonals technically, but that is a solid black. She does really good at getting solid colors. And then the white is the same yarn, but I got it from Laura from Always Be Kind Yarn, because Teresa doesn't carry this base anymore. This base was knit for me. It was dyed for me 2 years ago. Yeah. So I love it. So this is bringing me a lot of joy to work on. And I've got some of my fun Beetlejuice themed progress keepers on there. Yeah. So I haven't really been working on much else when it comes to hand knitting. I have been making lots and lots of socks for my shop because they are super popular. I've been playing around with scrappy socks. And I say for my shop, it's really for my farmers market booths. They are not available for purchase on my website. But if any point you wanted a pair of socks that I have made, like if you saw them in one of my reels, you could feel free to message me and see if I still have them. I just generally tend to put them in the farmers market booths because people like those. So let me show you, I guess, acquisitions. I went to Black Sheep Gathering in June, and I had such a lovely time. I wore my dress before it was finished. I will have a little clip in there, in here of, I was still attached to my project bag. I had put it on stitch holder cord so that I could wear it, because in my shop I have stitch holder cord that's 100 inches, and that was perfect amount to run through the base of the skirt and be able to still wear it and walk around. I had all of my stitch markers still attached because I didn't want to take them out, and I just had a really good time. I wanted to wear that dress to Black Sheep and I didn't finish it, and I wore it anyway, and it was super fun. I got to see Laura when I was up there at Black Sheep. I got a picture of her and Bobby together. We took a picture together also, but I think it was on her phone. I'll see if I can't snag it from her Instagram or something and pop it in here. It was really nice to give her an in-person hug. There were so many things to see. I didn't want to buy any yarn, and I didn't. I am happy that I didn't buy any yarn. That was my goal. I said I wasn't going to spend any money, but I did buy a few small things, and I will show them to you. So, well, first I wanted to share with you, I will have a little clip in here. I plan to purchase some of this in the future because I want to weave it up. It is this gorgeous yarn from Art Fiber Frenzy, and they are on Etsy and Instagram, and it was just so stunning. It was like multimedia yarn, and they had one that was purple and green, and I just think that it would be absolutely gorgeous if I warped up my loom and then used that for weaving. a lovely scarf. I think it would be stunning. So in the future sometime, I really am going to try and patron this person, because I didn't get to when I was there. The other thing is I got to watch the Seattle Weavers Guild. They did a sheep to shawl competition. I watched part of that. It was super fascinating, and I'll have a little clip in here of, you know, kind of what they were doing. And I got some advice about weaving, because I'm new to weaving. Well, I haven't done it yet, but I was gifted a 4-shaft table loom, and I haven't warped it up yet because if I'm honest, I'm a little intimidated, and also I haven't had the time. I'm going to carve out the time here really soon because I'm very excited to do that. But that was super fun to watch, and I loved their color theme that they did. It was Pride related, so that was really awesome. The next thing I saw was I got this cute little, it's attached to my tripod here. I got this really cute, just like little garlandy, it's just a garland. It's just a little heart garland. I liked the colors with that mustard and the purple, and there's just these cute little leftover cutoffs from some of the things that this person made, and I just thought it was adorable. And it was Jen Hoover of, I think you say this is AanaJaana. Let me not cover up. Yeah, and I follow them on Instagram, and they have Himalayan handcrafted woolens, sustainably sourced and fairly traded. How cool is it that she's Jen Hoover, woolmonger? Like that's awesome. What do you do for a living? I'm a woolmonger. I just think that's cool. I don't know. But yeah, so I got this. It just caught my eye, and I'm going to hang it kind of over by my work area. I like to have little things to look at that make me smile. I just like to decorate with stuff. I like stuff. So I will hang this up over there, and it's just super cute. And so then we're walking around, and I came across this booth that looked absolutely beautiful, and I wanted to buy some of their yarn, and I will have a little clip in here because I did not buy any of their yarn, but I did buy a bag from them because I just love their logo. It's Art and Alchemy Fiber Arts, and it's just, the watercolor and that gorgeous, I don't know if that's a moth or a butterfly. I think it's a moth. And it says, make your magic. So I got a free sticker with purchase, and I bought this cute little tote bag just because it's just cute. It's got the moon phases on there and a cute little mushroom, silver on purple. And so I wanted to support them in a small way because I was not able to buy yarn. And that just made me super happy to be able to get a small something. And it's just a cute little tote bag, and I may save this for a giveaway sometime, or I may use it. That I'm undecided on that. I do have a lot of bags of my own that I don't need another, but it was too pretty. But who knows, it may make its way into a giveaway eventually. And so then another booth that I was definitely going to stop by was Cerulean Orchid. Because I belong to their sticker club, and I get their stickers every month. And I bought this sticker pack. It was called the Wildwood sticker pack. It was $20, and there's 8 forest themed yarny stickers in here. And so this one I had gotten before in a sticker of the month club, and I love it. So Bobby is keeping this one, and then he is also keeping this one because, you know, he loves his camping and his nature, going out in the wild. Also, this one came in there. As well as this one. And this one. Oh, I found the card for my mug. Yay! It was in the stickers. That's why I lost it. It's Aly B Designs. And she is on Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook. That is who made my mug. Yay! I'm glad I found the card. Either way, my friend Amber, I was going to reach out to her and see where she got it from. So then there's also this sticker, again from Cerulean Orchid. And when the stickers were all in the pack, we couldn't quite see what was in there, and Bobby wanted to make sure that he got this one. So we have 2 of them, so I get one too. And then this one was also one that we got. That's just so cute. I really like toadstools and mushrooms, and then you make it yarn. Yeah, just take my money. And then this one was also in there, and that is Bobby's also. He's claimed that one. He's just smitten with it. And so then we picked up some of their other stickers. I went specifically for this set of stickers here. This is Magic Maker, and it's got a rainbow yarn ball, and it's holographic, as well as this one. It's got a little pride sheep on there, and this one Scarlet picked out, and this one says, "Shh, I'm counting." And then, of course, I had to get these Halloween witchy themed ones because it's Halloween season. You're like, what? It's July. Halloween starts on July 5th. So it's basically fall. If you go in all the stores, you can find the Halloween stuff. So then we were walking around, and I was really drawn in by this booth, and I will pop a video in here. It was super cool. They had so many needle felted things in their shop that were just, they had zombies that were needle felted, and it just blew my mind, the detail that was in there. And then there was also some things, it was a Crabtree Farms, I think, and then also they had some needle feltings in there from Simply Holly Needle Felting. I'm pretty sure that is Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's who made these little things that I bought. And I'm gonna keep dropping them. So these were only $2 a piece, and so I just wanted to support them because I was just completely enamored with their booth, and I wish I could have afforded to buy one of the really amazing pieces, but it just wasn't in my budget. So I got a little mushroom, and a little donut, a little purple donut, and a little set of cherries. And these will just, I have a bowl already that has needle felted food in it. It sits on my table in my living room. And I will just add these to the bowl of needle felted food. There's like a cheeseburger and some chicken legs, because I made them for a previous window display at Naughty Lady Yarns when we were still open. So they kind of just sit in a little bowl on my table, and I will put those there with that. And so then the next thing I got is also needle felted, because I can needle felt, but my needle felting, it's not a skill that I apply myself to, so I'm not as wonderful at it. So I appreciate other people's needle felting. So we were at the WeeWoolies booth, and I am forever covering up the information. And I grabbed this adorable little jellyfish. It's so cute, and it's my colors. It's purple and green, and it's got the cute little flower on top. It reminds me of the SpongeBob jellyfish, and Bobby is super fond of jellyfish. And what a lovely way to use these gorgeously long locks. Like, seriously, look at that. Look at that staple length. Like, serious gorgeous. That's a long lock. So pretty. And that will also just hang over by my workspace to make me smile. And then we went out and got to see all of the sheep, and there were some alpaca, and there was a little goat that was roaming free at one point in time. It was just, we had a good time, and Scarlett went with us, and she really enjoyed herself, and I think that I will probably take her with me when I go to OFFF, Oregon Flock and Fibro Festival, because it was super fun. And of course I dropped the card, but it's okay because I have their bag right here. So we were out there looking at the sheep, and they had little booths set up there, and there was Liongate Farms, and they had some BFLs out there, and you guys know that BFL is my favorite sheep. So I didn't buy yarn. It wasn't yarn, but I got this gorgeous set of rainbow locks in BFL. I don't think I'm ever going to do anything with it. Yeah, and they had the number of which sheep it was on there. I think that's what that number stands for, but they're so pretty. I love it. I was thinking about trying to needle felt it here in my Gotland Shetland that I have. But I don't know. I'm probably just going to keep it pretty like this for a really long time. I don't know if I'll ever spin it or do anything with it, just because it's just pretty to look at. But look how bouncy, like look how springy these locks are. This is why I love You see that bounce, and then you add that into a spin, and then you ply it upon itself, and it's just the bounciest, springiest yarn. This long staple length is what adds to its longevity and helps it to not pill as much. And but that's also what causes it to be a little more rustic when it's spun up rather than merino. But it's just so cute. I could put it in my hair. Oh, I left it in the living room, and I didn't get it from Black Sheep. I got a little bag of Wensleydale from my friend Kat from Little Hawk Yarns, because at our Wednesday knit group, we were chatting about I fell in love with a Wensleydale fleece because it was just super soft. I didn't get it. I said that would be the next thing on my list to try and spin would be some Wensleydale. And so she gave me a little bag of Wensleydale that I will get around to spinning it up sometime. Wensleydale looks just like this right here. Wensleydale looks like my hair. It was really funny. Anyway, also from Liongate Farm, so we rounded the corner looking at the sheep, and what really drew me in was this, because I squealed really loudly and ran over to it. It's a needle felted sheep witch on a broom, and it's a switch. It's so cute. It's got a little bat closure to tie its little. It's got a little cape, needle felted hat. It's cute little green face. It's got little nails for its legs, like old railroad looking nails for its legs, and it's on a little broom. I mean, come on, guys. This had my name on it. Here, let's take this tag off so you can just see it in its full awesome. I mean, it's so cute. It's like me in needle felted form. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. So this is what got me over there, and then I saw that they had the BFL locks, and so I got that. But yeah, again, that was from Liongate Farm, and the fleece used was also BFL from their sheep. So, and they are on Etsy, liongate.etsy.com. So, yeah. I just had a really good day when we were there. It was super fun. It was just nice to take a break, relax, let myself not work for the day, and be surrounded by fiber. I ran into some local friends, and I got to see, so when I used to work at Naughty Lady Yarns, we did this amazing coral reef window, or underwater window rather, and when we were closing, there was this, I'll pop it in here, a picture of it. They had reached out and, they were looking for donations for people to make coral reef and stuff like that for the display that they were doing for this art thing. Well, we were closing, so we weren't going to be using any of the things that we had in our window display anymore. So we packed up a bunch of it and we sent it off to them. And it was really nice that they had it on display at Black Sheep, and I got to see it. And it was harder to recognize some of the pieces because they all kind of look the same, but there was this one coral reef that my friend Megan crocheted out of Pendleton leftovers that were all white, because we used to have bag of Pendleton remnants, and I snapped a picture and I sent it to her. I'm like, look, there's your coral. It's on display for everybody to see. So I will have a little clip of that in here. Let's see, what else have I done? Oh, I got to do our Pride Festival, our local Pride Festival. That was really fun. And it was just upbeat and there was nice music, and Scarlett went to that with us also, and she just was so happy to be there. And then I did the Lavender Festival this weekend. That was super nice. It was very nice. It was very chilly in the mornings, so it was nice to, you know, be able to wear like a sweater to kind of show off, you know, this is what I do. I got to set up, warp up my loom on Sunday of the festival because I was weaving all weekend, and I got through my whole 12 feet of warp that I had set up for the festival. And so I set up another one. It was really interesting. I had lots of people come by and, you know, ask questions, and, you know, I got to, you know, do many lessons. And I am not a teacher of weaving at all, but I know enough to get people started on it. And then I got an email. I'm so excited. I get to do our Sasquatch Festival in 2 weekends from now, on the July 22nd. I'm so excited that I get to go to that. I had put in the application for that, and then I got an email response that said that I'd be put on a waiting list because they didn't have enough vendors. And so I got an email this weekend that said, hey, we'd like you to come. Are you still interested? And I'm like, yay, I get to do that. So it's been really nice. I'm really finding that I enjoy doing the festivals a little more. They're longer days, but I don't know, I get to see more people and chat with more people, because I do the farmers markets regularly, and I see most of the time it's the same people who patron the farmers market. And so you get to know them and build relationships, which is wonderful. But doing the festivals puts me out there in the view of even more people. So, another thing I got, so one of my local customers, actually, I got to see her at the Lavender Festival, and her and I were chatting, and she had mentioned that she had to turn in a book for her author or her editor. And I was like, oh, you write books? And she said, yeah. I said, well, what kind? And she said dark fantasy, and those are my favorite. So I went and I bought 2 of her books. Her name is Candy D. Mitchell, and I have just started with the first. This is book 1, this is book 2. She's working on book 3, and so I just thought that was really awesome. I have seen these before. They have been on my purview to read, because I had saw a post from our local bookstore that she was there signing copies. I just didn't happen to make it there, and I didn't realize that, like, we had a connection already anyway. So I figured I would purchase these and support her, and also I get to read some books. So this one is called Goodbye Theodore, and this one is called Welcome to Folengower. I think that's how you say that. So I am really excited to read these. Now, it has been a long time since I've actually read a physical book, because I like to do audiobooks because I'm always working on something. But somebody, Amy from Knits and Tales, was saying how she likes to read a physical book before she goes to bed, because 1, then she's not doom scrolling on her phone, and, you know, 2, like, when you fall asleep listening to an audiobook, it'll keep going, and then you have to go back. And but if you fall asleep reading a regular book, you didn't miss anything. So I am gonna put that into play I actually started doing that 2 nights ago when I got these books. Just read the book at night instead of scrolling on my phone, help my brain wind down. Hopefully I'll retain the information that I'm reading. It's been a long, I have a hard time reading physical books. I don't have like dyslexia, but there's something that happens when I read. Sometimes I have to read a page or a paragraph even several times before the information sinks in to my brain as to what I'm reading, because I have a hard time. My eyes don't like to go to the next sentence where I'm supposed to be. Sometimes like I skip a line or I go back to the same line I just read. And so I do struggle sometimes when I read physical books, but I mean, I have read physical books. I do read physical books sometimes. It just takes me longer because I struggle with that. It's something that I struggle with when it comes to reading. So I got these on Amazon, so you can go check those out. She is the Peculiar Fairy on Instagram if you want to follow her and see what else she is up to. And then I guess I will just give you some Knotty Knittress news. So there's a couple of things in my shop. Just wanted to show you guys. There is a rainbow of colors of these skull yarn bowls. These ones I redesigned to be a little bit smoother. And also I went ahead and opened the nasal cavity so that you could run your yarn through there, because that was a request by some people. And I do have most of the rainbow. I think the purple one sold, available for purchase. There is a magenta, yellow orange. There are 2 greens. There's this lime green and then a darker regular green, and a blue. So those are available in the shop under the Smooth Skull Yarn Bowl. And then another thing I have in the shop, there are a few, I think I'm debating whether or not to keep this one for myself. I printed this one for myself, but I think that somebody would really like this. This is the green and black filament that I have. If you remember correctly, when I printed it in the big skull, like it was kind of half black, half green. Well, the way that this worked out, all the black is on the back and all the green is on the front. So this is just a tool holder. Right now it has all of my scissors in it, because I just wanted to show you guys. I've got like a crochet hook and a pen and my vast scissor collection in there. Some of it anyway. I had originally printed this one out for myself so that I could have something to put these on my desk. But yeah, I don't know. I might put this one in the shop and make myself a different color. So that is under the skull pen / tool holder, because you can put pens and pencils in it, or you can put like crochet hooks and knitting needles and stuff in there. So that one is available in the shop. I have been working on some project bags here lately. This one I haven't made the drawstring for yet, but I've got a couple of like lemon summer themed ones, as well as some rainbow ones. I will try to have those all in the shop, pictures updated by the time I post this video. So check those out. There's a few new colorways. I don't have any of the yarn with me. It is still packed up from breaking down the festival. There's a new lavender colorway on our BFL. There's I can't remember what else. Oh, there's a couple of other colors that I did. We did on the Lamolo Falls base. They're like dessert themed. So there's tiramisu, summer slushy, and cherry strawberry, because they just look like food. When I opened the pans to look at them, I must have been hungry for dessert, because they all got named with dessert names. But yeah, just feel free to pop on over to TheKnottyKnittress.com and take a look and see what is there. Life news. Bobby's off camping this week. It was just his birthday on Saturday. We celebrated his birthday by vending at the Lavender Festival. And then he just got to go on a camping trip. He does that once a month, during the warmer months, like spring to fall, so to speak. And it's summertime, kids are home. Yeah, it's just everyday stuff around here. And that's all I got for you guys right now. I will try. I've been filming little clips, but not like vlog clips, just of things that I'm doing, so that, all of the videos that you saw in here were things that I've done over the past 2 or 3 weeks. It's hard in the summertime to continually do things, because isn't there always extra things to do in the summer? Like, I don't know, or maybe just more relaxing. I guess I do spend a little more time, because I get in the pool every day with my daughter, and so it's just I don't know, it's a little harder to squeeze it all in, but I will try and film a little bit more. I have Just Add Color coming up here soon. I've started to get a few of the skeins in for that. I'm really excited to share that with you all. Yeah, so until then, just take life one stitch at a time, because that is all you can do.